What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight... Okay, wow, we haven't done these guys in a while. We're coming back to Fireflight. Yes, indeed. Fireflight fans, feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. Fireflight fans, feeling you. Yeah, that's not a tongue twister at all. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all the clicks and the likes and the bibbity boobity bob, do me a favor. Before you do all those things, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from MB Railfam, Peter DeWolf, Yacht Rock Forever, Davey G, C Rosario, and Amanzi N. They all want to see me react to this song by Fireflight called For Those Who Wait. Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, I recognize this, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This was posted by Fireflight Rock, okay? And the video has 5.6 million views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Fireflight, For Those Who Wait. Cool. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this. This is for those who another day, another waiting game. A little different, but it's still the same. I am here, but where's the one I'm longing for? I'm having trouble feeling all alone. Will my heart ever find a home? I want to hope, but sometimes I just don't know. I know I'm not the only one. So we sing a lullaby to the lonely hearts tonight. Let it set your heart on fire. Let it set you free. When you're fighting to believe in a love that you can't see, just know there is a purpose for those who wait. I wanna.
Okay, well, I mean, it's good. It's good. We're in D, which, you know, that's my favorite key, so I got no issue with that at all. I like that short, really short pre-chorus. I like that approach. It was sudden. I was expecting the pre-chorus to go at least twice as long. And the fact that they cut it so short, it was abrupt. And it was abrupt in a good way. It was the kind of abruptness that kind of made you go, whoa, what just happened there? You know, but not in a bad way, just in a very attention-getting way. No, I like that. I absolutely like that. I can definitely appreciate that. It's good. it's good to keep the listeners on their toes. So far, so good. So far, so good. I'm not really hearing anything that I would say is amazing or impressive, but I mean, it's really good. It sounds really good so far. Let's keep this going. Let's see where this goes.
Open up my eyes. I know that all I need is time. I'm growing stronger every single day. God, I'm gonna lean to you now, letting go of all my fear and doubt. I can't do this on my own, so I'll give you control. I know I'm not the only one, so we sing a lullaby to the lonely hearts tonight. Let it set your heart on fire. Let it set you free. When you're fighting to believe in a love that you can't see, just know there is a purpose for those who wait. Pressure makes us stronger. The struggle makes us hunger.
Something needed to happen.
Lessons make the difference. The pressure makes us stronger. The struggle makes us hunger. The hard lessons make the difference.
I like the approach here. I like that. I like how they broke it down and they brought it down dynamically, changing up instrumentation, taking more of a string and acoustic guitar approach. Acoustic guitar still in the front, but strings being prominent in the background nonetheless. I mean, they're definitely up there in the mix. Just acoustic guitar is more in the front. That dynamic shift, I really feel was necessary, because otherwise the song's going to sound monotonous. It's going to start to be like, okay, well, what else can you do? You know what I mean? So I'm glad they did that. I'm really glad they brought it down there. Vocally sounds strong. From what I remember of the couple of Fireflight reactions I've done before, it's very typical of her style. But it's being done well. Yeah, I mean, I got no issue with the song at all. I mean, the song so far sounds really good. Let's keep going. Let's see where this goes.
And the difference makes it worth it. So we sing a lullaby to the lonely hearts tonight. Let it set your heart on fire. Let it set you free. When you're fighting to believe in a love that you can't see, just know there is a purpose for those who wait. This is for those who
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty cut and dry, if I'm being honest with you. I mean, there really is not a whole lot to talk about here. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Fireflight with For Those Who Wait. This was a request from MB Railfam, Peter DeWolf, Yacht Rock Forever, Davey G, C. Rosario, and Amanzi N. Okay, I have a score here, and I'm gonna say that I'm giving this score provisionally. Okay, I'm not 100% sold on this score yet, but I've been sitting here mulling over the score for seriously 20 minutes, and I think the only way I'm really gonna finalize the score is if I talk myself through it. So I'm going to give the score, understand that the score may change, possibly, but then again, maybe it won't. And if it does change, it might go up, and then again, it might go down. I don't know. I really don't know how this is going to go yet, but we'll start from the beginning. So provisionally, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that a provisional score of 8.1. Yep, 8.1. I feel pretty good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
I don't know where to go with this. Here's the thing. Did the song impress me? No, nothing about the song was really all that impressive. I've heard it before. Like, there's nothing in this that blew me away. There's nothing in here that shocked me. There's nothing here in this song that made me go, oh my God, that was amazing. Because I've heard Fireflight twice now. I've done 2 reactions to Fireflight, and I gotta be honest with you, they stick. They stick to within this field, this range, and they have, at least so far, they haven't really broken out of that range. Now here's the thing, within that range, they do really well. Like, they don't do anything bad. They don't do anything that sounds bad. They don't do anything that sounds weak. They don't do anything that sounds horrible. They don't do anything that sounds, it sounds like it deserves a low score. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I'm looking for that wow factor. I'm looking for that, oh my God, that was amazing, or more importantly, I've never heard Fireflight do that before. I'm looking for these things, and I'm not finding it. It seems like everything that Fireflight does, from the 3 songs I've heard from them now, they stay within like this range. They don't exceed it. Now, they don't go under it, but they don't go over it. So to say I heard anything that was amazing, or I heard anything that was mind-blowing, or I heard anything that was outstanding or fantastic, that would be an extreme stretch. I'm sorry, but I'm being honest with you guys here. Now, did they do anything bad? Did they sound weak? Did they sound thin? Did it sound inappropriate? Did it sound displeasing to the ear? And the answer is no. They didn't do anything wrong. They didn't do anything that sounded bad. Again, they stayed within this field, and they did a fine job of it. So it's not a knock against them at all. I mean, they know their strengths, they play to their strengths, and they know what works for them, and they have this formula, and it works just fine for them. The guitar tone sounded just fine. The guitar playing sounded just fine. I didn't hear anything that stuck out as being bad, but at the same time, I also didn't hear anything that stuck out as being amazing either. Bass playing sounded fine. Again, bass tone sounded good. The playing sounded good. But again, nothing I heard that I would say would be mind-blowing, but at the same time, nothing I heard that was sour or sounded bad either. Same thing with the drumming. Drumming sounded just fine. You see the pattern here? Everything sounded just fine. And that's not a knock. I want to be very clear on this. I'm not saying this, and I know I've been accused of this in the past. This is not a backhanded comment. This is my honest opinion. This is what I really think. And I really think they did a fine job, okay? They did. But nothing I would say that would be amazing or mind-blowing. Let's be honest here, okay? Let's take a song like this and let's compare it to other songs that have gotten 9s, okay? Let's compare it to Tool. Let's compare it to Nightwish. Let's compare it, let's compare it to Baby Metal. Let's compare it to Love Bites. Let's compare it to Bandmate. Let's compare it to some of the songs I've heard that I've given 9s to from bands like Pearl Jam, bands like Skillet, bands like Demon Hunter. Would I say that this song is better than those? No, never in a million years would I say that. I would not insult your intelligence like that. However, I at the same time am not going to stay here and say that the song does not deserve a good or great score, based on the fact that what they did sounded really good, and in some things even great. I would honestly say everything in the song sounded really good. Everything sounded really good, okay? Except the vocals. I will say the vocals were great, okay? I think the vocalist did a great job with her delivery, her range, her cleanliness. Now listen, I know it's a studio recording and a lot of that is done in post-production. I know that Pro Tools is being used and there's autocorrect and pitch correct and auto-tune, and I know there's all that stuff. I get it. I understand that. But you still have to be able to get up there. You still have to have the range. And there is nothing Pro Tools can do to fix a lack of power, which this lady clearly does not have. She has power in spades. So great projection, great power, great diction, great vowel formation. Did it sound a little processed? Yeah, it did, and I think that's where the Pro Tools came into play. There may have been some auto-tune and some autocorrect being used. Yeah, more than likely. I can't really think of too many bands out there that don't use Pro Tools and don't use auto-tune. Every band I know of does that. Why? Because recording time and recording studios and engineers cost money. And what's more cost-effective? Sitting there in a recording studio for 4 to 6 hours working on a single chorus, trying to get it right, trying to get it perfect, or doing it in 2 to 3 takes, running it through Pro Tools, cleaning it up, cutting and pasting, copying and pasting, and saying, there it is. It sounds just fine. What's more cost effective for the record labels? Obviously the second one. You know, when you're literally paying upwards of anywhere from $800 to $1,000 an hour for a recording studio and an engineer, I mean, you're talking about, you know, thousands of dollars being spent over the course of 6 to 7 hours, possibly 8 hours, as opposed to spending an hour on it. You know what I mean? What's more cost effective? Obviously, the second one is the far more cost effective way to go. So yeah, of course Pro Tools is going to be used. Of course autocorrect is going to be used. Of course auto-tune is going to be used. That's the music industry these days, folks. It's not the 1950s anymore. You're not taking a hot disc of wax, putting it on a player, dropping the needle and saying, here we go, boys, from the top. Are you ready? You know, it's not the 1950s. It's not the 1940s anymore, guys. There's all this digital technology at our disposal to use. So yeah, we're going to use it. That's just the nature of the recording industry. So, you know, is there processing? Yeah, clearly there is. But at the same time, you cannot process power. You cannot process projection. You cannot process diction. You cannot process vowel formation. You can't do certain things. Certain things must be achieved naturally, and she did a fine job of it. So that's how I came to the 8.1. And now after talking about it, after listing everything out, I actually feel more confident with that score, actually. The 8.1 feels good. Like I said, everything in the song sounded really good, minus the vocals. I would give this, if you took the vocals out, I would give this about a 7.7, maybe 7.8. But because of the great job on the vocals sounded very strong. The vocals did sound great, as a matter of fact. That's how we boosted it up to an 8.1. It's a great score, okay? It is, by definition, an 8.1 is a great score. It's a low great score, but it is a great score nonetheless. So, 8.1, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.